I stand before you today as a man who is blessed and truly humbled to be entrusted with the title and the responsibility of Chief of Police. I'm profoundly thankful to each and every one of you. Looking out at you, I see many loved ones, people whose lives have intersected mine and made me a stronger and wiser human being. I see men and women who have taught me about God, who have helped me to heal when I was sick and injured, who have walked with me through dark times and celebrated with me in times of joy and triumph. You are a part of my story, and I hope that I am a part of yours. Thank you so much for being here. I can assure you that this is a day I will never forget. I applied to the New Haven Police Department just about 20 years ago after learning about the department's commitment to community policing and creating a model in which officers made contact with the community before there was a crisis. That simple idea had me. Working to prevent a crime rather than just responding after the fact resonated with me as the right thing to do. It is a philosophy that I bought into and allowed to guide me in my 19 years of law enforcement in New Haven. I've implemented it as an officer, modeled it as a supervisor, and taught it to new recruits, as well as civilians who had a desire to learn about it. In short, I'm a believer. But I'm a believer not only in the high ideas of community policing, but also in the men and women of the New Haven Police Department who animate and give it hands, feet, hearts, and minds. They are a well-trained and highly capable group of law enforcement professionals. And I see it as my primary duty of the Chief of Police to develop their talents in community policing, equipping each one who is willing to take on increasingly responsible leadership roles in our department and beyond. The coveted position of Chief is not one, as I see it, to be pursued for the power it imparts, but rather for the opportunity to empower others, allowing the strategies of community policing that are woven into the fabric of this organization to be shared locally, regionally, and globally. Specifically to my colleagues within the department, my job as the Chief of Police is not to be served, but to serve. I'm here to serve each of you as you daily go out into the community with the hope that you will return at the end of your tour having made a difference for the good in someone's life. I want each of you to know that when you speak, I hear you and I see you. And what you say and how you feel matters to me. I said this in my interview and I will say it to all of you publicly now. My job is to work myself out of a job by developing the talented men and women of this great department into the regional leaders that will not only make New Haven a safer, more prosperous place to live, work, and play, but who will ultimately take their talents to other departments throughout the state and region, helping other communities to achieve the levels of success that we have seen here in New Haven. I say this humbly and with respect for all who wear the badge, but also with a sense of pride for what we have achieved here in New Haven. The New Haven Police Department is a local police department that is recognized both nationally and internationally for its excellence in community policing and for working with the community and continually striving toward better ways to serve the community and to bridge the gap between the community and the police. To my fellow New Haven residents and those who frequent our city, I feel a deep sense of community with each of you. My wife and I are raising our family here, having chosen New Haven not just as a place where I work, but as a place that we call home. As I shared with my colleagues in the department, I now share with you. I am here to serve the members of this community. No one group takes any precedence over another as far as I'm concerned. When you're in New Haven, whether to live, work, or play, you can be assured that your safety is my highest priority. I hear you and I see you, and what you say and how you feel matters to me. When crime is up and when crime is down, when you praise the efforts of this department and when you point out our shortcomings, as someone tried to do a little earlier. I'm here to serve and to stand in those moments when things are uncomfortable. I'm committed to the process of working together with both those sworn and civilian to find solutions that better us all. The successes of community policing in New Haven are by no means achieved without collaboration with other outstanding and like-minded organizations and individuals. As I stand here today, I see members of the U.S. Attorney's Office who, under the great leadership of Deirdre Daly and in conjunction with Project Longevity, have helped to reduce gun crime in New Haven and work with us to keep New Haven and this region safe. I see members of the Yale Child Study Initiative who, under the direction of Dr. Steve Marins, have worked tirelessly to treat and reduce the trauma that affects local children when they are exposed to violence. I see staff members of Yale New Haven Hospital who work with us both to fund and implement such crucial community outreaches as gun buybacks, gun lock distribution, and bicycle helmet giveaways. I see members of the state's attorney's office who, under the leadership of Patrick Griffin, partner with us and the University of New Haven to better teach our detectives how to bring justice to families who have suffered and been victimized. And I see numerous members of the clergy who stand in the gap which sometimes exists between the police and the community, and who help us to reach the community with an open hand and an open heart. Each of these partners and so many others do the painstaking work which is necessary to ensure that you and I are safe. All of this would not be possible if I did not work for and with an incredible mayor, Toni Harp. Her commitment to public safety is unparalleled, and she understands that it is not enough to say that homicides and other violent crime are down, but that we must go further and make sure that every member of the community feels free to reach out to their community police officer, and that they have many safe and viable channels by which to do so. She understands the critical importance of making sure that domestic violence and intimate partner crime is brought to a halt, and she is committed to bringing a family justice center to the city of New Haven. She understands the importance of the police department being an organization that is as transparent as possible. And toward that end, she has supported the acquisition and implementation of body-worn cameras for every police officer in the city of New Haven. The success of this department, and thereby the success of New Haven in these endeavors, happens because we have an outstanding leader in Mayor Toni Harp. Thank you. There are many characteristics of the New Haven Police Department that make me proud to stand as its leader, but few shine as brightly in my eyes as our tradition of excellence in training. In the community policing area of this organization, this tradition goes back to former New Haven Police Academy Director, K.D. Kodish, who is here with us tonight. A civilian, Ms. Kodish researched and developed the community policing curriculum that in large part is still used at the Academy today. Her tenure as Academy Director saw successes in recruitment that have yet to be surpassed. It was Ms. Kodish who created the ad that drew me to apply to the New Haven Police Department in the spring of 1997. Police others as you would have others police you, read the banner at the side of the city bus. Beside the image was an African-American female officer wearing a uniform just like the one I had seen my mother, a Rikers Island corrections officer put on every night in our home before she left to go to work in Harlem. The truth of the statement, the image of that officer, they resonated with my soul. The golden rule of policing is still our approach today, and we are, as it happens, currently recruiting. I invite you to come and serve as a New Haven police officer, and I can testify with conviction that among the many lives you will see changed will be your own.